Hey everybody, welcome back to Stereoscope Rewind, the podcast where we talk TV, movies, and when it's a wedding episode, we feel like we attended. I'm Jeff.
And I'm Amy.
Hello, Amy. You surprised me so well today. I went to let her in the room that we record on here. We use the Riverside program, and she was wearing her wedding dress, and I laughed. So I had to run in the other room and put on a suit to make sure I met the dress code for this episode. Because today we are talking about season 4, episode 7 of The Bear, The Wedding.
The wedding. And I just thought, I'm just going to put this on.
Can I ask for the viewers that don't know, what dress is that, Amy?
This is my wedding dress.
Oh.
My wedding dress from it'll be 2 months ago next week.
Oh, wow. 2 months. It's already been 2 months?
2 months.
Holy moly.
I know. I didn't wear the veil on the day of. I just had this because I thought, maybe I'll wear a veil, maybe I won't. And then I decided not to.
Yeah.
And so when I was getting dressed, I was like, you know what? Let me wear this veil. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just put on the whole damn thing.
I'm putting on the whole show. Putting on the whole show. I love that.
So this is my, my sleeves and the stuff. And, I'm never probably going to wear this again. So I thought it might be fun to put it on today.
Well, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
And I loved the idea. I actually thought about it before I went on. I was like, should I put on a suit for the wedding? I think that'd be funny. And I was like, nah, we're probably not doing anything funny. Next thing I know, Amy comes with a wedding dress. So I had to step up my game.
Love it. And you look great.
Well, thank you. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, man. So this is going to be such a big episode for the show. It's funny that we're doing a wedding because you were just in a wedding 2 months ago, and I was just at a wedding yesterday for a good friend of mine. So it's just wedding season here at the Stereoscope Rewind.
Lots of wedding stuff.
Yeah, lots of weddings. I was at one. You were in one. I was not in one. I was just at one. I have no news.
I was one of the stars.
You were one of the stars of the wedding. I went to a wedding. Trust me, I was not in the wedding. So let's just get into it. The Bear, season 4, episode 7, The Wedding. This was like a 62-minute episode, which was longer than all the Bear episodes. Really 2 episods for The Bear. I know you and I have crazy notes. I'll just ask, first off, what was your overall feeling?
I thought that it was like an emotional breakthrough episode for everyone. Like clarity and emotional breakthroughs, and we're realizing things about ourselves. And I feel like everyone needed this episode, and needed the wedding. So for us as viewers, the episode, but for everybody else, I feel like they needed that wedding.
Right.
And, sometimes you just need to be all together to kind of sort out all the stuff that's happening in your lives. And people tend to try and be on their best behaviors at weddings, even though, there was a lot of yelling at
Francie check.
Yeah.
Francie check.
But I just love the whole thing. I like everyone's conversations and the interactions and the bantering, and it was just like, one episode dialed up to 100 of The Bear.
Yeah.
It's so
Bring
many
everyone
people
together.
Yeah. So I just love how normal it is to all of them. But so yeah, I loved this episode. How about you?
I did too. I really enjoyed it. Every season of The Bear seems to have one episode where they kind of like smash it all together, and then we build from there. And I was mistaken when I did the episode list for the season. I thought there was only 8, so I thought there was only one more.
No, there's 10.
And I texted you that one night. I'm like, no, we get 10. We get 10. So there's 3 more episodes now of kind of like, we'll get into it today, but spoiler alert, the wedding kind of works out for everybody. Like everyone kind of gets through whatever they were getting through. I think even Sydney. So it's like, it's just going to be exciting to see them now come back from the wedding on their day of rest Sunday and see what happens next. I think, but I loved it. It started a little slow for me, and I was a little nervous that they were going to slow us the whole time. But once they got kind of done with Bob Odenkirk and the uncle, his name was Uncle Lee. Once Uncle Lee's scene was over, which was an incredible scene, so I'm not putting it down. Once Uncle Lee happened, from there it just like took off. It was like, okay, now we're on the move. Now here we go. But you needed those early scenes to set up the later scenes. But
yeah, agreed.
I agree. I always love when the Bear brings it all together, and then we get to fight from here.
Okay.
All right, I know. So we'll just roll right into surprise moments, scene shout-outs. I would say gut punch of the week, but I didn't have one. Did you have a gut punch of the week?
No, I didn't
No.
have one. I just
So we'll just skip over gut punch of the week.
Yes.
We won a few titles on our list of shows that doesn't have gut punch in it this
I know,
episode.
right?
This and worms. Ah, worms. Yummy. But yeah, would you like to go first, or would you like me to say something?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay,
hold on. Let me get my 7 and 7, as Richie always says. I'm gonna get 7 and 7 out.
7 to 7. The issue with me is that I wrote down 18 things for scene shoutouts.
Okay.
There was just so much happening, and my
Yes.
little brain was just like, "Oh my god, that." So I'm gonna try not to get too carried away. I'm gonna say a couple things, and then I'm gonna let you take it over. So, wow. I'm going to start off with Sugar and Francie right out of the gate, just
Right out of
screaming
the
at
gate.
each other. Just at each
not
other's
even
throats.
not even a hello, not even a fake, how are you? Like nothing.
Just immediately at each other's throats. I just thought that was very funny in the middle of a wedding reception, right? They don't even care. I also really liked Sydney trying to make Richie feel better kind of in the beginning. He obviously invited her to this wedding, and he was making sure, or she was making sure he was okay and kind of pep talking him.
No, I totally agree that, yeah, I enjoyed Richie's whole arc of this episode, so I'm very excited.
Yes. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to let you take it over, because I feel like I'm just going to go through every single scene in the episode.
Okay, why don't you do 2, and then I'll do 2, and then you can do 2, and then once we get tired, we'll cut out whatever we didn't like.
Fantastic.
Let's just go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Oh, so that was your turn. Okay, my turn already.
It's your turn.
All right, I already had Francie and the Francie fighting. And I tried to I watched that scene like 4 or 5 times, and it was like, there was what they said, betrayal. There was a bus leaving. It was raining. A car wouldn't start. People were drunk. I didn't have a cell phone. I couldn't text you. If I would have texted you, that's all I really heard. So it sounds like a solid drunken evening where someone got left somewhere in the dark, in the middle of Chicago, in the rain, by themselves on a drunken evening where they were probably wearing skirts that were way too short and heels that were way too tall. And it was probably winter. I'm gonna go with it was winter and it was cold.
Great.
People got left behind, and so that's I think. And from what I can feel like, I felt like Francie left Natalie. That's the feeling I get.
Because she said she couldn't, I don't know how to start that car, or whatever it is she said.
Yeah. So I was trying to listen to all the words, and then and I just, once again, shout out Pete. Pete, you're my hero. I don't know how Pete keeps it together the way he does, but he's on the Brazado front lines and the Brazado fact front lines, and I like that he keeps trying. Hang in there, Pete. We love you. So that's one of mine. And then another scene. Let's see. Should I go funny or should I go? Let's see. I have so many. I like the Sydney and Donna scene when Sydney was talking with Donna, Carmy's mother.
Yes.
And it was interesting. I liked it because she basically told Sydney basically told Donna that Carmy's okay. Like he's okay. And that's all I think that's all a mother would want. And that's all I think she wanted, was just to know that he was okay. And that he is one of the best in the world. And there was a cute where she like talked about how like I went and had dinner and it was really expensive, but it was one of the best meals I've ever had. And so that moment I just really enjoyed, because I'm not a parent and but I can't believe that job is easy. And so as we get older, you just want to know your kids are okay, probably. And I think that was a nice moment to where like now she can relax a little bit. Maybe Donna can move on or relax and know that Carmy's going to be all right.
Well, and I think too that was really pivotal for Sydney, because they were talking about seeing the same people every day. And Dee Dee says, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about." And Sydney's like, "What are you talking about?" And then she's like, "Oh, your work family is more of your family than your family family." And then Sydney's like, "No, I think your work family just combines into your family family. And then it's one big family family."
Yeah.
So I think it was good for Sydney too.
Well, and there were times when I worked as a Teamster in Hollywood where I drove trucks and I was at work 14 hours a day. And
Mm-hmm.
there was like a whole year where I lived in Seattle and did movies with like 4 or 5 guys. And like I saw those guys more in that year than I saw anyone else.
Sure.
So they are kind of your family at the time
Mm-hmm.
because we were all living in a big house too. So it was like, we were on top of each other. I don't know how we all survived the ways as well as we did. We must have all liked each other because we survived just fine. There were rarities and conflict and problems. And
Sure.
I missed that year. That was a great year, but you're right. Like sometimes your family, sometimes you see your work people more than your family. And so, yeah, it was, and I like how at the end she's like, if you're lucky. And I liked that, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And she is. Even though
Stay at the bear, Sydney.
Shapiro tried to call, but the wedding knocked it out. Sydney's staying. Come on. She's going to read the agreement.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right. I think those are my 2. Go.
Oh God. So many things. I mean, so many cute moments, right? But
Yep.
I really loved the Carmy and Uncle Lee scene. I think that it's funny because especially with Sydney and Dee Dee and then with Carmy and Uncle Lee, they're having these impromptu conversations that they wouldn't expect to have that just gave them such a good push in the right direction.
Right.
Where I think Carmy really needed to hear that his brother wasn't upset that he left and it's not his fault that Mikey went through all that and that he was really proud of him. And he would have never expected that from Uncle Lee. He even said it. He's like, you've been such a jerk the whole time we've known you.
Yeah.
But I just loved that scene because I think it almost like snapped something in Carmy where he was like, okay, like it's gonna be okay. I did the right thing, and maybe helped assuage his guilt a little bit.
Yeah, and he also liked that Michael was talking about him, and that
Mm-hmm.
he loved him, and he was proud of him so much that
Yeah,
he not only said like, "Oh, Carmy's fine," or he works at the restaurant. He told him like the dishes and
the fish and the potatoes.
Didn't you
and,
wrap a fish and potato? And
and the ants.
the moment he said the fish and the potato, the actor Carmy, the actor did
His
such
face.
a wonderful job of transitioning his face from like
Mm-hmm.
what is it, like being a little leery of the story and then being like, oh, okay, so you guys really did, because when you're gone a long time, other people's lives go on and you forget, and when you leave, I was in LA for a long time, and then I moved to Portland for a long time, and then I came back, and people were different, not in a good or bad way. They were just different, and their lives went on, and so you were like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like this really happened, or you're this, and then. So I think Carmy, when he left, I think everything was in a snapshot of when he left. He doesn't realize that he was gone a long time, and now he's like learning from things that are making him, I think, feel better.
Yeah.
And telling people the truth, but we'll get to that later.
And then one more. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna do a light one since that was a heavy one.
Sure.
I loved it when Neil was upset about the hot chocolate.
Yes. Where'd you get that? A stranger. What stranger? Where?
It's like, who do you even know here?
Who do you even know here? Well,
Neil
and then
Frank. Okay.
yeah, and on top of it, like when he went into the room with, they're like, "Come in, honey. What's wrong? I saw a kid with hot chocolate. Do you want me to get you a hot chocolate?"
Do you want a hot chocolate, sweetheart? Everyone treats him like a child.
Like he's 7. But then it cuts to him later, like drinking it. He's just got all the stuff on his mustache, and they're fighting at the same. Oh, okay. So continue, Sarah.
No, just the hot chocolate, and then they're like, "We'll get you hot chocolate right now," and then she's like, "Bring that kid in here, and I'll punch him in the balls."
Everybody needs those friends in life. I mean, the Brazados. I mean, whether they're trouble or not, they got backs. They're on. they got people's backs in that family. They 100% do.
And then this is totally off topic, but later on when they're all dancing and Neil's face is just head first in flowers.
Yeah.
You pan over and his head's in a bunch of flowers just standing there smelling.
He's just so happy.
Yeah.
Well, he liked that flower budget. We've gotten in trouble for the flower budget in the past, so he was okay with this flower budget.
All right, what else you got?
I probably one of. I mean, there were so many sweet scenes, but one that resonates with me because right now Richie and I I feel very close to him in his search for finding, and I'm doing a little of that on myself. So I loved Uncle Uncle when he came over and was like, when he made fun of him, he's like, Claire Bear, beautiful,
You guys are idiots.
You guys are freaking idiots. And it's like, but this sucks, doesn't it? And he's like, yeah. So he was probably the only person all day that told Richie. I mean, Sydney tried, but I think Uncle is like, he doesn't care. And he let Richie let that out where he's like, this sucks, does he? Yeah, kind of bit, a little bit. And that's okay. And that's his way of saying that he loves him and that it's going to be okay. Like, but it's okay if this sucks. But he's like, but he was such a trooper all day, Richie. He was so, he could have made that day so much worse and he could have like submarined everything, and he did not.
He's very kind that whole time.
Very kind. But that whole scene where they talk about the rocks and he's the sand. But that whole little moment, like, those happen in weddings. I had one this weekend where we were just kind of standing there watching the room move around, and we were having a drink and we were just talking, and that kind of moments happen where you're just like, because it's these moments. Weddings are always like, they're like time markers. And you're like, oh, geez, time's moving on. Time's doing what it's doing. Oh, and then I forgot to put in my last one thing. I said, oh, man, does the family love to stir it up? Like Ted was stirring it up. But you know what I learned about this episode is the Brazados come hard and strong. They've got everybody's back. And they fight and they show up. And it's because they all came. So I'm like, people make fun of the Brazados and the facts, but the facts and the Brazados came strong that day. And none of them were like real family to the bride, right? They all
just showed up for Tiffany.
She married into it. So yeah, and Tiffany's family didn't come at all. So yeah, so that scene with the Unc where he's just like, once a Brazado, always a Brazado, or once a bear, always a bear. Yep.
I know you're stuck with us.
Yeah, we're here whether you like it or not.
Oh, so sweet.
Well, she's
like, none of my family's here, and he was like, we're your family.
Yep.
Oh, that got me too.
Yeah. All right, continue. What do you got?
Oh God, there's just so many.
That's all right.
I put Richie rising above to coach Frank to reassure him when when Evie's under the table, and then I love it when Claire comes up and he's like, "Listen, I hear Frank this, Frank that, drives me nuts. Go under there." And then once he's under, Claire goes, "Is that true?" And he's like, "No." And she's like, "Oh my God, you're such a good dude." But I just loved how Richie was like encouraging Frank because he realized like after a few people had said something, like I think it was Jessica that said something and Sydney saying, that looks like a happy kid and she has more teammates.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean the table scene alone is like everyone in that room would die for Evie. Everybody in that little under that table, even the weird one who got an invite from the mom. Even that guy I think would go to bed. I don't remember where he fits into the character list.
Stevie?
Is it Stevie? Is Stevie the one where he came with the pastry chef? They came together.
He's the guy that sold his house. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know.
The friend.
Yeah, his
I thought
friend.
you meant cousin Stevie, John Mulaney.
No, John Mulaney's married into that, and then she's gone anyway. So now he's a Brazado by he's like Tiffany. He's a Brazado forever.
Yes.
Once you're in, you're always in.
And then we'll get to under the table, but the fax interaction when I'm assuming they're siblings. They act like siblings.
All three of them are. Yeah, they're. Yes. I looked up a little. I had to look up kind of the family tree on this, and
they're siblings.
Ted, Neil, and Francie. They're all brother and sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just so funny because they're in the room and he's like, "You're never nice to any of our girlfriends." Just like, "Yes, I am, but that's my job as a big sister," and all of this stuff, but. It's like she's the sugar of their family.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Just treating them like they're little kids and just, oh my gosh. There were too many things going on to like narrow any of this down. Like,
well, I think that's why the episode was an hour, because the writers were just like, we want to get rid of none of it. So you're going to get all of it. Because they shot it really well. Like there's a lot of side rooms and small rooms and close shots, which is a great way to make a wedding day cheap. Not cheap, but affordable for a production budget on film. So it was cute watching them like shoot in small areas. Because you could do that whole thing, and you as a viewer, you're imagining there's 100 people outside when really there's not. There's just two people acting. So they did it. They did it well.
So
okay, Let's see. I mean, I'll get into Claire and the bear. I love how Claire just grinded him till the bitter end, till the bitter end. I mean, they finally kind of start dancing, and you can tell they're on their way to like figuring it back out. But even to the point where you could tell she gave in. She was even then they're dancing, and it was one of my favorite quotes. She's like, "I'm really surprised you didn't say refrigerators was your thing you were most afraid of." I mean, to the bitter. I mean, he'll never live it down, and I think but I think he's okay with it. Oh, and fun fact, music fun fact. The credits after he did that in the first episode in season 2 when he did the thing through the door and then it cuts to black.
Yes.
The credit song was called "Throw Your Arms Around Me" by Neil Finn and Eddie Vedder. That was a cover of another song. And then when they were talking at the Flowers, they had an Ed Sheeran version of that same song. So the same song came in twice over basically the two same people.
Good catch.
I was like, because I love the song, so I kept looking it up, and then I'm like, wait, that sounds different than the other one. Like, what's happening? And so, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So there's your music fun fact. I always shout out the music on this show. It's so good.
I know, Jeff, you're a big music fan, and they do have really good music.
Yeah. So that's I guess those are good for me. You, or should we just get into the?
Should we just talk about Under the Table?
Let's go table. The Bears, greatest photo of all time.
Seriously. Where is it in my notes? Gosh, I had to write so many notes because my brain was like, it's like kid in a candy store. I was like, oh, gotta write that down. So I put Under the Table. Oh my God, best scene in the whole episode. I just love that everyone's coming in and then another person comes in and another person pops in, and every time it's like, oh, hi sweetheart, hi Evie, oh hi Uncle Carmy, hi Sugar Bear, like all these people that love her, and then they're just popping in and we're just like, this is totally normal, we're all just hanging out underneath the table together, and the fears and oh, I loved it.
I liked how they brought everyone in because everyone kind of came in with their own guns a-blazing, and then they realized it was Evie, and it was like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Because even Francie came in all like, you're trying to hide from me. Whoa. And then every person came in was like, hi, Aunt, hi, Uncle, hi. Like there was a lot of aunts and uncles under that table. Even Aunt Sydney's an aunt now. Like she's part of the Brazados. She's in, no matter where Sydney goes or whatever she does, she will be a Brazado for life. So, like, and I loved it. I think kids, they just want to know they have a team. And so that scene, was dear to my heart, where it's like, she's got quite a team. She's got a good team behind her. And everyone talking about their fears. And I love how some of them were funny. And then some of them were just the world and the dread of it all been imploding on itself. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that.
That's a little dark.
I love that. I wanted more things like, I'm afraid of bees. Like we wanted things like that. Like, I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of dying alone. No, we're good. We don't have to worry about that now. But it was like some of the things were so serious, and they were trying to be like.
But how interesting! Like, no one sits around in that restaurant and says, "What's your biggest fear?" Yeah. And to hear that Marcus's was that he would run out of creativity, and Sydney's was, I'm scared of failure, and I don't think, and Carmy's being the opposite of chaos. I don't think they ever would have said that to one another.
No, I agree.
Had they not been under the table with Evie. So look at, first we had TJ, and now we have Evie. All these children are bringing these adults together.
That's how it works.
Resolving problems.
Well, I honestly think as adults you can ignore stuff until you see someone younger than you, like maybe taking on whatever you're scared of, and then you're just like, wait, I don't want you to be afraid of this. Well, then why are you afraid of this? And I think kids do that to people, especially when you feel like you're affecting them and their growth, when you know it's silly for you, but it's your problem, but now it's there. Like, oh, so yeah. I just couldn't get over it. And I really liked how they put them all under the table. Like, I thought that was adorable. That's such a thing that could happen at a wedding.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's quite a table. I was trying to figure out if it was a dinner table or like a buffet. Me too. I think it was it looked like a dessert flower buffet table. So I'm like, okay, all right, that makes sense.
There's enough on there where
at some point the table was getting pretty large. I was like, awesome. I'm like, stop it. Just suspend reality and enjoy the moment. Like,
I thought the same thing. And then I was like, stop it.
I want to know about this table. Yeah.
It's your on-set technical brain.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that table wasn't even in that. I'll bet you $10 that table wasn't even in that building wherever they were. I'm sure it was
Really?
back on stage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it might have been. Depends on how getting all the actors in one place. So that's the hard part. That's a lot of speaking parts. It's a lot of hair and makeup. It's a lot of costumes. That's a big episode when everyone's invited.
Really?
That's a big episode. Yeah, all of that. If they're all there when they're all on camera at the same time. Woof. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
see, in my brain, I'm thinking like, yeah, they were all just there.
No, I mean,
which is great as a viewer, right? That's the point.
Yeah.
But Jeff's brain, he's like, they had to do 37 million things before this.
I mean, every one of those people have some kind of trailer or room to be in, and then they got all the equipment's got to come. Unless they do something where they got a house, and then they will all just hang out in a house. Like, there's ways to do it, but I was like, wow. Yeah. So it made me smile. I was like, that was a good day. And that's also a very fun day because a lot of times the actors are on the same show, but they don't
see each other.
They never see each other. Like, certain actors will not see each other. Some actors have done whole movies where they don't see each other. And even though they're in the same scene, even sometimes.
Wow.
There's sometimes even like two actors will be in the same scene, but they're not in the same room because it's all green screen. And maybe they're on a video call or something. Like, you'll never. So that's always a good day when everyone comes back. Very festive.
I loved this episode so much.
It was, I did too. I liked that they got there. So, and I like that Carmy's still afraid of math. That's all. That was mine.
Yeah.
He was like peace and math. Math.
Yeah, I think
I'm afraid of math.
Yeah, didn't she? What's the opposite of chaos? I think she said peace, and he was like, peace. Yeah, it's gonna have to be math.
It's gonna have to be math. It's gonna have to be math.
Like, he was giving away his biggest fear, and then he's like, "Yep, not going there. Sorry."
Well, even Claire was jabbing at him. She was like, "Oh, you get scared, Uncle Carmy," and then Claire was like, "Oh yeah, Uncle Carmy gets super scared."
Super
he was
scared.
Like, "Thank you, Claire."
Giving him shit the whole time. I loved it.
Yep. And so, I mean, other than that, that's kind of what I have. I liked how it opened with, we had a little bit of sandwich window energy in the beginning about like paintings and Pete and them trying to fleece Pete for some money. Because that does exist where you can buy a portion of a Picasso. Like, this does exist in real life.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. I remember reading about it. I'd have to look it up. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think there is a kind of thing where people invest in them. And then it's just art that gets sold, and then you get a piece of the art.
Oh gosh!
But it was just so funny. I love how, and I always love when Maddie Madison's like the voice of like education. It was like, no, like it has air conditioning. Like, you're like, oh, okay, Maddie. And
it's a highly secure facility.
Yeah, highly secured facility. It has air conditioning. Like, thanks, Neil. Thanks, Mister. I want a hot chocolate. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah,
so funny.
Shout out to the guest star Brie Larson, played Francie Fack, who was amazing. Bob Odenkirk, and then your returning stars John Mulaney was Stevie. John Mulaney's amazing.
Sarah Paulson,
John Hartnett, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis. So, I don't consider Claire returning; she's just part of the cast. Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
But a lot of the characters that were in this were also in the Fishes episode.
I wonder if that's the last time Michelle saw Dee Dee. Because the way she looked at her when she came in, she was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah. I just, I like I said, I'm not a parent, but man, I gotta give it to, the mom, Jamie Lee Curtis. I gotta give it to that. Just coming to the wedding and keep trying and keep fighting. That's why I really like that scene with Sydney, where I think she got her answer.
Yeah.
And even if her and Uncle Lee are hanging out, friendship, companionship, whatever, doesn't matter to me. Time has passed.
Yeah.
And let them. As Mel would say, let them. Let them. So, and I have a feeling she left that wedding and probably felt a lot better. I talked about that. So, okay. Should we, any more? Anything else?
I don't know. The whole thing was fantastic, and we loved everything.
Okay. Oh, and shout out Richie posters. Thelma and Louise is in his kitchen.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's hiding behind the fridge at the end. I've been trying to look now. Now I have this whole thing about Richie and his posters. So
okay.
What was the first one we had last week?
White Squall.
And we got Thelma and Louise. So he's trying to So what is that trying to say? Like, he needs to find the person he'll go off a cliff with? Maybe, possibly. Because that's basically the end of Thelma Louise. Spoiler alert.
And then also people die in White Squall.
Oh, interesting. Okay. There you go. Poster alert.
Maybe
We'll keep
it'll be
looking.
like instead of planes, trains, and automobiles, it's like automobiles, boats, and something else.
Possibly.
Maybe I'll watch White Squall today.
There you go.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
ADD brain shooting
Squirrel.
off. Okay.
Squirrel. And then my last one thing is I think Richie is finally finding his groove, and he realized with the picture of everyone at the table, he's not alone.
Yeah.
So I think he felt very alone and disconnected.
And he's like giggling at it. And, you know, I just love that his ex-wife, who he obviously still really loves, the mother of his child.
100%.
Is getting married. It could have been an awful day. And then he, you know, he was freaking out at the beginning.
Yep.
Panicking. And then at the end, he's like laughing and looking at photos. And it was just so sweet. I just loved that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're right. But I did not see Thelma and Louise. So good catch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that I'm obsessed with it now. I was like, well, okay, Richie's kitchen.
What's in his
there?
apartment?
What's in there? Yeah, what's in his apartment?
Love it.
Okay. Favorite quotes? Heading into favorite quotes?
Again, I have a bajillion of them.
A bajillion? Well, we do 1 and 1, and then we can maybe knock some of ours out.
Great.
Well, you go first, or I'll go first.
You go first.
Well, first we have to at least, I mean, this is a given, but let's define the Brazado family. It's a lot of people with very specific and unique personalities that feel things very strongly, feel things deeply, and experience life intensely. If they didn't bring it, and then they cut to, and then they go, and she goes, "You love it," and he goes, "Yeah, I'd be a little broken if they didn't." So I just love the definition of the Brazados.
Okay, that was one of mine. So perfect.
Okay,
we're gonna knock each other's out. I have a feeling. Yeah. Let's see. And next was hot chocolate, but we don't really need to talk about hot chocolate.
That was amazing. Maddie Madsen, we love you.
I really loved it when Uncle Lee said, "Sometimes to break patterns, you have to break patterns." I'm sure it's not easy.
Yeah. That was quite a scene.
So heavy. So heavy in the middle of just that like joyous event. But Carmy was kind of having a panic attack with like all of that stuff going on.
I don't think his mom puts him on the right plane at all. I don't think it does. Because he calmed down after Sydney told him that she left. So.
Yeah, but I do think there was a slight moment in there where he was having he was seeing people and having flashbacks of the reviews, and then his mom comes into view, and she does center him a little bit. Like, she does pull him out of it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then, obviously, he feels better after she left. But he did kind of, because he did say, "Mom." Like, so I think that helped a little bit to see someone who, I don't know if he's just familiar with her or what, why it pulled him out, but I don't know.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I got my computer's doing weird things today. I don't know why. Okay.
Sorry,
how about
I went
you?
off on a total tangent when we're talking about
your
quotes.
tangent.
Sorry.
Sorry, I blew it. All right. Go ahead. We're fine.
You're good. Okay, I'll do one more and then you do.
Oh no, you just had you just said
you
one,
go.
right? Oh, it's my turn. Amy, stop trying to steal the limelight.
We're not drunk, I swear.
We're not drunk. This is basically ginger beer, but I had to say 7 and 7 because that's all. That's every time Richie goes 7 and 7. Some diet 7 and 7.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Jeff, what is your next quote?
Thank you, Amy. That's very professional. I got so many, but the Fact siblings and Francie's like, "Get your head in the game, though." It's not. It never was, but it's time now. And I just the whole like how they were like, "No, you're mean," and she's like, "I'm not mean, but get your head in the game. You guys are terrible." And it's just like, "Yeah, you're mean." She's a little scary. Francie's a little scary.
And she talks about her shoes. She's like, "People don't wear." It says a lot about a person based on their shoes.
Yeah, come on, shoes. And they're just like, "Shoes don't matter, Francie." Well, they do to her. They do to her.
Okay. This is a sad one, but when Carmy looked at towards the end of their conversation with Uncle Lee, and we kind of talked about it, but when he said he would really talk about me, when Carmy's referencing Mikey talking about him, and I just that broke me a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, of course he did. He loved you. He was proud of you. Like, oh, ugh.
Yeah. From what we learned about him and the scenes we've gotten with him, he's loyal. He's a loyal family member. He's a loyal brother.
Yeah.
You know.
So, and then, he talks about whatever, but I think that was helpful for Carmy.
Mm-hmm.
Next, your turn.
I just have a simple one. I mean, I had I just had the one where he's like, you tweaked out line cook pal of yours, and you are a pair of fucking idiots because of the girls they let go.
Yeah.
That was great. We talked about that earlier. My other one was the beginning when Tiffany was like, functions, they're dysfunctional. And she's not wrong. Like, you can still have a great day, but you put that many people in a room that half of them know each other and half of them don't know each other. Weird moments are just going to happen. It's just the way it is. It's the way it goes. I've been to a lot of weddings, and, it's always just a little bit weird. So,
did you think it was sweet when she was trying to figure out how to introduce him to, and he was like, I think cousin still works. She's like, yeah, like she was so relieved. She's like, yeah, this is my cousin
this is my family. This is my family.
My cousin Carmy.
Exactly.
Made me want to cry. So many moments made me laugh and want to tear up in this episode.
Well, I mean, to get deep real fast, life is just showing up. It's just showing up. The older I get, the more it's just showing up.
Yeah.
You just got to show up in people's lives. Hug your people.
Hug your people.
Hug your people. Show up in people. And if you have that friend that you left at a bus stop in the rain in the middle of Chicago in the dark, call him. Just call him back. Call him back.
Sorry, you want to try and be friends again?
Don't let time get away. Call your friend. That's all. If you're out there right now, call your friend. Your friend's thinking about you. Call your friend. Okay.
Oh, Jeff, that's sweet. I loved it when Ted is confiding in Neil about wanting to tell Kelly that he loves her, and he's like, "We're in a house of love. Today is the day."
Yeah.
When the brothers are talking to each other.
Yeah. Today is the day.
We're in a house of love. Today is the day.
And I just love how Neil just like he's with it, whatever it is. Like, he's not making fun of you. He's like, yeah, yes, do this, do this. Yes.
So cute. Do you have any more?
No, that's pretty much. I mean, I didn't write them down, but there were so many small ones. But those are the ones that really hit me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I talked about the one earlier with, the line cook and and how like. Basically, Uncle was helping Richie know that like, I get it. This day sucks. And you're doing great. Hang in there. And I love you. That was Uncle's way of telling him he loves him without actually saying I love you. Yeah.
So fun.
Okay. All right.
Predictions?
I don't really have. The only thing I have right now is, the only thing I'll predict is that they're going to come back, start kicking some butt. Like they're going to start getting it going. And other than long-term predictions, short-term predictions, I just think the wedding's going to be good for everybody. And we got the food and wine thing possibly, and Mr. Smith or Mr. whatever? Mr. Clark. Possibly, we don't know what Mr. Clark's doing yet. So there's so much left to be answered. We get 3 more episodes. Very exciting. About an hour and a half.
Yes.
Which makes me very happy. But yeah, I don't really have any huge predictions. I just liked all the wrap-up we got from it. On some of the things. And I think my favorite was Francie Fack. Just seeing that. So we've been hearing about that for like 4 years. Like from season 1 on. Like we've been hearing about it,
Have we?
We heard about it in season 2. Because Neil tried to invite Francie to Family and Friends night. And even Richie's like, Garbones don't get to come to Friends and Family night.
Okay. I don't remember that, but I believe
you. Yeah. Francie's come up a few times where like, she's like, screw her. And you're just like, oh my God, what's going on, Francie?
Eek.
Yeah, eek. So, how about you? Any predictions?
I think Sydney's going to stay.
Yeah.
Which you already said. I think Sydney's going to stay. And you know what? Honestly, I don't want to predict the future other than them doing well, because this was such a feel-good episode, and everyone figured their shit out, and they were all talking, and we were working through some stuff. I don't want to think about anything bad happening because I just can't handle it.
I agree.
So.
Yep.
Especially not in a wedding dress.
Not in a wedding. Look how good we look. We look good. Got our 7 and 7s. Got our 7 and 7s.
Yeah. So I'm just excited to see.
All right.
Next episode.
We did it again. I know. We get the next one. Next episode 8. So we'll see very soon.
Yay.
Okay. We did it again.
We did it.
And we did it in style. Thanks, Amy, for encouraging us to get dressed up.
Oh,
the wedding.
If it was the episode to do it, it was this one.
You're right. There we go. All right.
You look very nice, Jeff.
Thank you. You look beautiful. As you probably did on your wedding day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, remember, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave us a rating or review on your favorite podcast app. It helps us find other people that may also like it and do all those things. So leave a rating, leave a comment, all those fun things. Well, Amy, it's that time again. In your beautiful wedding dress, sign us off.
Thank you for rewinding with us. Toodaloo!
Confetti, yeah, that's so perfect.